Hello everyone. Introduction. My name is Ahmad Irsuat Cholilullah. I'm from tourist destination from second class D. I will present the national culture of state from the country of Spain. Our distance. This dimension deals with the fact that all individuals in societies are not equal. It expresses the attitude of the culture toward these inequalities among us. Power distance is defined as the extent to which the less powerful members of institution and organization within a country expect and achieve that power is distributed unequally. Spain's score on this dimension 57 is a high score, which means that Spain has a hierarchical society. This everybody has a place and which needs no further justification. Hierarchy in an organization is seen as reflecting inherent inequalities. Centralization is popular, subordinates expect to be told what to do, and the ideal boss is a benevolent autocrat. Individualism. The fundamental issue addressed by this dimension is the degree of interdependence a society maintains among its neighbors. It has to do with whether people's self-image is defined in terms of I or we. In individualist societies, people are supposed to look after themselves and their direct family only. In collectivist societies, people belong to in-groups that take care of them in exchange for loyalty. Spain, in comparison with the rest of the European countries, except for Portugal, is collectivist because of its score in this dimension 51. However, compared with other areas of the world, it is seen as clearly individualist. This has made Spaniards quite easy to relate with certain cultures, mainly non-European, whereas other cultures can be perceived and aggressive and blunt. On the other hand, teamwork is considered as something totally natural. Employees tend to work in this way with no need for strong motivation from management. Masculinity. A high score masculine on this dimension indicates that the society will be driven by competition, achievement, and success, with success being defined by the winner bets in file, a value system that starts in school and continues throughout organizational life. All of score feminine on the dimension means that the dominant values in society are caring for others and quality of life. A feminine society is one where quality of life is the sign of success and standing out from the crowd is not admirable. The fundamental issue here is what motivates people wanting to be the best masculine or liking what you do feminine. Spain scored 42 on this dimension and is a country where the keyword is consensus. So polarization is not well considered or excessive competitiveness appreciated. Spanish children are educated in search of harmony, refusing to take shade or standing out. There is a concern for weak or needy people that generate a natural current of sympathy. Regarding management, managers like to consult their subordinates, to know their opinion and according to it, make their decision. In politics, it is desirable to have participation of all the minorities, trying to avoid the dominant presence of just one winning party. It is the country opposite to the winner takes it all. Uncertainty avoidance. The dimension uncertainty avoidance has to do with the way that a society deals with the fact that the future can never be known. So we try to control the future of or just let it happen. This ambiguity brings with it insanity and different cultures evidence to deal with this anxiety in different ways. The extent to which the members of a culture feel threatened by ambiguous or unknown situations and have created beliefs and institutions that try to avoid this is reflected in the score on uncertainty avoidance. It here, it there is a dimension that defines Spain very clearly. It is uncertainty avoidance, as is reflected in a high score of 86. Spain is considered the second noisiest country in the world. People like to have rules for everything. Things cause stress, but at the same time, they are obliged to avoid rules and laws that, in fact, might make more complex. Confrontation is avoided as it causes great stress and scales up to the personal level very quickly. There's there is great concern for change, ambiguous and undefined situation. Thus, for example, in a very recent survey, 75% of Spanish young people wanted to work in civil service. Therefore, left no concern about the future. Whereas in the USA, only 17% of young people would like long-term orientation. This dimension describes how every society has to maintain some links with its own past while dealing with the challenge of the present and future. And societies priorities theirs to existential goals differently. Normative societies which score low on this dimension, for example, prefer to maintain them honored tradition and norms while viewing societal change with suspicion. Those with a culture which score high, on the other hand, take a more pragmatic approach. They encourage drift and effort in modern education as a way to prepare for the future. Despite an intermediate score of 48, Spain is a normative country. Spanish people like to live in the moment without a great concern about the future. In fact, Spain is a country that has given the meaning of fiesta to the world. In Spain, people look for quick results without delays. Moreover, there is a need for clear structures and well-defined rules prevailing against more pragmatic and relaxed approach to life, particularly in the long-term time. Indulgence. One challenge that confronts humanity now and in past is the degree to which small children are socialized Without socialization, we do not become human. This dimension is defined as the extent to which people try to control their desires and impulses based on the way the world has relatively weak control is called indulgent, and relatively strong control is called restraint. Cultures can, therefore, be described as indulgent or restrained. With a low score of 44, Spain is not an indulgent society. Societies with a low score in this dimension have a tendency to cynicism and pessimism. Also, in contrast to indulgence, restful time and control the gratification of their desires. People with this orientation have the perception that their actions are restrained by social norms and feel that indulging themselves is somewhat wrong. Thank you, everyone.